Firstly, welcome to FrightFest.
Thank you.
This film is one of my highlights of the festival. I
Thank
thought
you so
it was
much.
so original and so different to anything else I've seen. Tell me a little bit about where this concept and how you kind of came to direct this film.
So the concept traces all the way back to a documentary I produced called 808, which was about the TR-808 drum machine. And that took over 5 years of my life, and I was drum machine obsessed. And then I needed a change. I needed to shift from documentaries that I had been doing since 2008, so it was a good moment to do that. And in the middle of a few projects being developed, I had a light bulb moment. I was reminiscing about 808 and I realized, oh, I need to kill somebody with a drum machine. And that's where the idea for the short came about, Conductor. And in the short, I elusively introduced Alexis, and Alexis is the driving force of Sound of Violence. So it kind of, I guess I'm still blaming the TR-808 drum machine for everything.
Alexis is one of the most complex lead characters I've seen in a horror film for some time.
Thank you.
Because you sympathise with her, even though you shouldn't.
Yep.
How hard was it for you to get that balance right, with making the audience feel that what she was doing was wrong, but also making them see her side of why she was doing what she was doing?
Perhaps by not telling the audience what to feel. I kept those two concurrent part of the stories happening, and I didn't try to use the other to justify the other. And I like the fact that she is an extremely likable person who does unspeakable things, and therefore it's going to be a conflict. And part of the experience of this film is actually, personally going through that conflict when you're thinking, oh my God, this is horrible. Why is she doing this while tapping to the music she's making? So yeah, I just felt that the only way I could do justice to this complexity is to kind of take the handbrake off and suggest the audience does the same.
I mean, I will never look at Jasmine Savoy Brown in the same way ever again. She was inspired casting because I wouldn't have considered her for something like this. So what did you see in her?
I saw Alexis, and obviously there's a very important identity to the character that I wrote, and I kept the writing sufficiently open so I could find an actress who met this identity and gave it authenticity. And Jasmine, representing both, being a woman lead, that's amazing because I'm a father of two daughters, so I had to get it right. But as well, she's an LGBTQ activist, and she was happy that there was no cliches in the movie, and I wanted to get it right, and the only way to get it right was to cast authentically, and Jasmine appreciated that. That was where we first connected, and then she really dug the story. She read the script, and the first time we met, as I said, it felt like I was speaking to Alexis. She has an intensity, a passion for her craft, and that translates on screen. Her performance makes me happy every time I see it, and I'm a very, very lucky guy because she blessed this movie she elevated it to something greater with such a committed performance.
It's definitely the first time I felt sympathetic towards the essential villain.
Yeah.
So I felt very kind of complicated by the end of it.
It is supposed to be a conflictual relationship the audience has with her because, as I said, she's very likable. But yes, what she does is unspeakable. But I don't know, it was a risk to take, but I felt it was the only way to do it right, is to go for it and just stay with her, not have her as a slasher dynamic, more like we stay with her, and we live with her, and we are uncomfortable enjoying what she does a bit.
Also, for lack of a better phrase, the instruments of death are so well designed.
Thank you.
How did they come up with it? I mean, that must have taken some thinking.
Yes, it took some very strange research, but having already killed somebody with a drum machine, obviously I had to elaborate more. I mean, and it's interesting to shift the paradigms of music and murder, and kind of explore using the modus operandi of all those instruments, what is at their core, and turn it into instruments of violence. With the drum machine, it seems logical because beats are inherently violent, but with the other instruments, I got to be creative and have a lot of fun. And some in my research didn't make the final cut or the script, but maybe they'll show up again.
And lastly, again, without giving away any spoilers for those who haven't seen it, the end is so haunting, but so beautiful. And it's so, again, I felt so conflicted by the end of this film. I really had to sit and talk to myself for a little bit afterwards. I mean, was it always your intention to end it in such a hauntingly beautiful way?
So I had a different ending written for a while, and I hated it. I was mad at the script. I was like, this is not right. This is trivial and everything. And then one night I had a dream, and I dreamt up this sequence. And I woke up in the morning, and I drew it, I sketched it, and I sent it to my producing partner Hanno, and then to my practical effects Robert Bravo, who I call my blood wizard, and their shock and awe to my insanity was all I needed to see that this was the ending I needed to go with. So yeah, it came to me in a dream.
Well, congratulations on the film. I hear the screening went down really well earlier, so congratulations on that.
It was amazing.
And best of luck. The home entertainment release is tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's digital, Blu-ray and DVD tomorrow. So I hope everybody gets it, everybody gets to enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear from them on social media.
Well, best of luck and congrats on a fantastic film.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.